Carl with the Race Red channel. Back up here at Cambridge. The future of motorcycles. So, I think to understand the future of bikes, and I mean that in all aspects, you know, where I think motorcycle technology is going and basically the legality of riding a motorcycle, all of that stuff. I think to be able to tell where a lot of that is going, you have to look into the past. So back in the 50s and 60s, people used to be able to roam freely with bikes. They would take them up camping and stuff like that. They made a lot less horsepower back then, obviously. But you could take a motorcycle anywhere back then. Look at that. This is an actual designated riding area. Crackerjack Trail. So there's a lot more restriction now when it comes to riding a motorcycle. And here in Idaho, you know, it has pretty much, we've been California's little puppy dog. We kind of just follow what they do. And there are lots of people who will tell you that, you know, oh, we're not like that. We have plenty of places to ride. Well, in my short time of riding, I've seen many trails get closed off, and no new trails are being formed. So that makes me believe that dirt biking is going away. I've also seen two-strokes being outlawed. So a two-stroke motorcycle like the one I'm riding right now is illegal. This bike is for competition use only. The EPA did away with two-strokes. Even the motorcycle crowd has bought into a lot of the environmental stuff. And it's really sad, you know. I know from first-hand experience that a motorcycle has almost no environmental impact. A motorcycle has much less of a footprint than a deer or an elk does. And if you allowed people to roam freely with their bikes instead of closing us off, the trails wouldn't be all chewed up. You'd have very primitive trails. Well, I really don't think you'll be able to ride a dirt bike anymore within another 20 years. In the 70s, not that I grew up back in the 70s, but I know a lot of people who did, and they tell stories about riding their bikes in places that you can't even take a motorized vehicle into anymore. Wilderness is just code for tyranny. This is our land, not your land. You can't use it, but we can. It's hard to talk about dirt bikes and not talk about the environmental stuff as well. If any type of regulation has the environmental name attached to it, and the name of the environment, you can't go here or there, then people accept it with open hands, open arms. So there's a bunch of deer. Oh, almost went down there. People don't like noise. They've come up in recent years with something called noise pollution. I think things will get shut down pretty quick. Just based on how, in the direction that we're going, with all the wilderness area and things getting shut down, and the negative mentality when it comes to dirt bikes. Which is unfounded, but let's move on. As far as technologies go and stuff like that, everything's getting fuel injected already. I think suspension's going to get better. It doesn't seem like it can get any better, but it can always improve. The engines keep getting better and better. I don't think you can change the fundamentals of a motorcycle. Like, you've always got to be able to use the clutch, which is why the auto clutches didn't catch on for very long. Because a motorcycle is all about being active on the machine. Without a clutch, you're not riding a motorcycle. So you've got to have a real clutch on it. You've got to have a real shifter on it. The rear brake has to be on the right foot peg. Everything is clear today. Wow. A game trail looks like. Crap. I don't know about that. So I think in the street bike world, the issue won't necessarily be the environment because, you know, motorcycles put off very little emission. But the issue will be, I think things are going autonomous. I think they're going to be driverless vehicles within the next 15, 20 years. And can you really make a driverless motorcycle? And even if you could, what would the point be? In 15, 20 years, the robots that operate our vehicles will be so efficient that there will be no fatalities on the road except for man-caused fatalities. We're going to have the age-old discussion of, do we pick liberty or do we pick safety? Because you can't have both. You can't have both, my friends. I do believe we're going to pick safety over liberty eventually. We already have. I mean, we do it constantly. Both sides of the table do that. This is all very deep. What kind of technologies do you guys think will be coming up in the future for motorcycles in general? Yeah, like that was pretty steep, so I'm gonna have to get some momentum built up to even get back up. I'm gonna have to really try on this hill. I can't believe how well this bike is climbing. Absolutely insane. I had no trouble getting up that. I'm riding in close to a foot of snow sometimes. I don't know what it is about this bike, but it seems like I can get around pretty well on it, no matter what the conditions are. I don't know if it has to do with the power. I guarantee I would have been stuck on that hill if I was on my CR250F. Or CRF 250R, rather. Holy crap, this bike is awesome. Just going straight up these hills and it's all snowy. Oh, good job, Husky. Well, I headed back so early because I didn't know if I was going to be able to climb some of those really steep hills that were covered in snow, but this bike just launched me right up them. And the thing about it is this rear tire is worn down. So battery technology is not even close. It's super heavy, doesn't last. It takes a lot of natural resources with the rare earth. Friendly cow. Then you're talking the disposal of a battery. That's also very hazardous. And then the drain on the infrastructure as well, the energy to supply those batteries is coming from somewhere. It doesn't come from outer space. So fossil fuels is definitely the most efficient way to run things at the moment. And it's not like I'm anti something else. It's just that so far the ideas have just not been that great. I think battery technology itself will improve, and eventually street bikes will be able to be battery powered. Dirt bikes, who knows? You got to make them a lot lighter. When I talk about the future of motorcycles, it's kind of a doomsday scenario because I know where it's going. I know that the bikes, especially dirt bikes, are going to be outlawed. People are so easily duped. The environmental movement is really a way to tax and regulate the people. Obviously, I don't buy it, but many people buy it, and that's a real problem.
Your kingdom come, we kneeling on the planks, all the trees